Hello friends, this video is about the very basics of C. This video does not explain about how to program in C, but rather gives you insights of the history and importance of C. This video is for the ones who are just starting to learn C. So let's begin folks. So C is a programming language which is developed at AT&T's Bell Laboratories of USA in 1972. It was designed and written by a man named. Now we can ask why C is called C and why not any other name. As we can see from the video, C is the result of a development process that started with an older language called BCPL. BCPL is a basic combined programming language which was basically meant for writing compilers for other languages. Now BCPL is no longer in common use. So BCPL was developed by Martin Richards and it influenced a language called B, which was invented by Ken Thompson. So we can say C is called C because it came after language B. The C standard defines the set of rules that constructs the language. These rules should be followed while doing the development with C. Now, ANSI defines the standard for C language. When we say C is a middle level language, it does not mean that C is less powerful or harder to use than its higher level language. What does it mean? That it takes the best components of its higher level languages and adds the flexibility of the lower level languages. Like it takes the data type concept of its higher level languages like COBOL or Pascal and adds the flexibility of bit manipulation from its lower level language like assembly level programming. That's why we say C is a mid level language. C is a structured language. Now, sometimes we would have heard the term block structured. When we say block structured, what does it mean? That a block structured language permits procedures or functions to be declared inside another procedures or functions. However, C does not allow the creation of a function within function and hence it cannot formally be called a block structure and is simply referred to as a structured language. Now, why C is referred to as a structured language is because it allows the compartmentalization of code and data. When we say compartmentalization, this is the ability of a programming language to section off and hide a certain part of a program from rest of the program so that one section does not necessarily have consequences on another section of a program. C achieves this compartmentalization by using subroutines that employ local variables, or rather we can say temporary variables. Another way C achieves this functionality is by the use of code blocks. Code blocks are nothing but these are the lines of code between the two. C is mainly used for system programming. When we say system programming, it mainly refers to the programming of device drivers, system BIOS, UEFI, operating system, compilers, interpreters, etc. These all programs are critical programs and they need to be faster and memory efficient. Now, because C is portable, it is efficient, is easy to write and comprehend, and has the ability to communicate with hardware by manipulating bits and bytes, we use C for all these critical programs. What we are seeing here is a very basic form of a C program. Now, because in this video we are not dealing with the C programming, so we will not go into more details of that. We will try to understand this very basic form. So what we see here, we are seeing here is a basic form of a C function. Here void means the return type of the function, what the function will return. We use void when the function is not returning anything. When we use another return type, that is when the function returns something, we need to add a return statement also. Main is the name of the function. This can be anything, any name. Now main is the entry point for any C function, and this has to be there in any C program. All the code and data will be in the between of opening and closing curly braces that constitute our code block.